Gemstones. The science of gemstones is a significant facet of Vedic astrology. There is evidence from the Vedas indicating that gemology is a very ancient science. It's a science that was taught to humanity by our rishis, the ancient seers. And the science is, evidence of the science is found in both the Garuda Purana, which is estimated to be around 2,000 years old, one of the 18 Mahapuranas of Hinduism, as well as the Agni Purana, which is dated to be approximately 1,000 years old. And both translations contain information about gemstones and their significance, mentioning the therapeutic properties of gems and how they can be used for specific purposes. For example, healing properties, their astrological significance, methods of setting, methods of wearing, and cautions and precautions. Now, according to Jyotisha, Vedic astrology, the planets and stars in our universe personify distinct energies and emit magnetic fields and energetic fields towards Earth, towards this dimension where we're currently situated. Each planet generates a particular energy that influences happenings throughout the universe. And each planet effuses its own cosmic color. And even though this is undetectable to the human eye, the transmission of these rays throughout space has an influence of every living being on Earth. And some will be able to perceive this with the Anya Chakra, the third eye. But according to the ancient rishis, each planet is associated with a specific gemstone or specific gemstones, both precious and semi-precious. And each type of gem contains energetic property or energetic potency that has the capacity to remedy malefic influences in a person's life. In Vedic astrology, this is called Parihāra Ratna. Parihāra meaning removing or taking away, remedying, and Ratna meaning gem. So literally remedy via gem. And this is also a facet of Ayurveda, which is another subject altogether. However, Jyotisha understands when a gem is worn by a human and that gem is in physical contact with the body, it affects the human being. And this is part of, can also be a part of medical astrology. So there are astrologers that specialize in medical astrology and remedies in the chart. One of the remedies can be this Parihāra Ratna. So a gemstone receives rays from its corresponding planet, precipitating those rays to enter into the body in a magnified manner. And the radiating effect of each gemstone is directly influenced by the rays of its respective planet. In other words, a gemstone potently channels planetary energies into the body. The gem acts like a portal that connects the human body in this dimension, Bhuloka, to the planetary dimensions, to the higher dimensions of the Swargalokas. The 9 planetary gemstones discussed in these Puranas and other Vedic texts are called Navratnas, 9 gems. Nava meaning 9, Ratna gem. So they are 9 gems that correspond to the 9 main planets pertaining to Vedic cosmology, the understanding of the cosmic happening as per Sanatana Dharma, that includes astronomy and astrology. And these 9 stones have been widely used since ancient times. That would be ruby, pearl, emerald, diamond, red coral, yellow sapphire, blue sapphire, hessonite, and cat's eye. Those are the 9 main gems used for Ratna Parihāra in Vedic astrology. And the gem remedies are according to one's Janma Kundali or birth chart. So using gems as a remedy, according to the Garuda Purana and the Agni Purana and other historical treatises that are dated much later, such as the Manimala by Surendra Mohan Tagore. If a planet is in a weakened state in a person's Janma Kundali in their birth chart, then that planet's corresponding stone should be worn to strengthen its planetary influence in that person's life. However, this is a controversial subject because a pure and powerful gem can potentially alter many areas of a person's life. And that is why it is very important to find someone who can study a chart before a person invests in a gem as a remedial measure. Why? A couple of reasons. If that gem is related to a planet that is ruling a Dushtana house, a house that brings adversity or challenges, a trick house, a house that brings disgrace or degradation, or a Madaka house, a death house, it may yield undesirable results. In other words, it can magnify the effects of those houses that naturally bring challenges and adversity. And also to be considered is the Mahadasha ruler, the planet that rules the current operating grand cycle of the person's chart, because that planet will be strongly expressing in the person's life for a set amount of time. And whether one wants that energy to be strengthened or not needs to be considered. Some planets in a chart may truly benefit from remedial support due to them receiving malefic aspects. For example, let's say in a chart, Venus is combust in the 4th house, in a friendly sign. The person may greatly benefit from wearing a diamond because Sun is essentially overpowering Venus, and Venus could use support to express more of its benefic energy in that area of the person's life related to Sukha Bhav, which would be their heart, their home, luxury items, their comforts, their mother. Okay. So the conclusion here is consult a qualified and ethical astrologer if you plan on making a sizable investment. However, to be safe, there are 3 gems we can generally prescribe. Okay. That would be 1, the gem of the Lagnesh, the Lagna Lord, the ruler of the ascendant. Okay, now I'm talking about sidereal astrology, not the Western tropical astrology. So you'd want to make sure it's the Nirayana system, the Vedic system, the ascendant according to the Vedic system. Okay, so the gem of the ascendant can always be recommended because it supports all areas of your life. It's a gem for the Lagnesh that will bestow health and vitality and overall well-being. This is called the life stone, the Janma Ratna. And then the second would be the Punya Ratna, the lucky stone. It's the gem that's related to the ruler of Putra Bhav, the 5th house, which will activate and support creative energy. It can support you in manifesting what you want to create in your life, including children. Now, I'm not saying that if you wear that stone that corresponds to the rule of your 5th house that you're going to have children, but it's something that I would recommend in some cases, okay, to strengthen that area of life if somebody wants to have children. Okay, and then the third one would be the Bhagya Ratna. Bhagya Ratna is the fortune stone. It's the gem that's related to the ruler of Bhagya Bhav, the 9th house, and wearing the stone can assist in bringing good fortune to your life. It can support good fortune in your life. Some important points to consider when purchasing a stone. 1, source. sourcing the stone. The stone must be ethically and honorably sourced. You do not want a blood diamond. You do not want a gem that has been associated with tears or suffering. Okay, really important. 2 is clarity, quality. A quality gem is never heat treated. Okay, it should not be opaque. It should not be cloudy. There should not be fissures or dark spots in it. The gem must be clear and free of occlusions. It should be shining and sparkling. And of course, the cut will affect the scintillation of the gem, but overall it should be clear. Okay. And then the 3rd is the size. The larger the gem, the more powerful the effect. Okay. And if a precious gem is something you do not have access to for whatever reason, financially, or you can't find one, you can also consider smaller gems or uparatnas. Those are the semi-precious gems or crystals, and oftentimes these are much more affordable for many people. It's very possible to obtain large crystals that are of high quality. For example, you may not be able to afford a small mid-quality diamond, but you are able to afford a very large Himalayan ice quartz crystal, a spatika crystal that will yield results for you. So if a precious gem is not available, definitely consider a precious gem, is what I'm saying. And let's see, I'm noticing this video is getting really long, so I'm going to make a part 2 and I'll discuss setting the stone, the types of metals to be used for the settings: gold, silver, copper, white gold, platinum, whatever, and the proper ways to wear the stone, how to cleanse and purify the stone, and how to energize it, and the correct time to begin wearing it. It's very important to begin wearing it at the correct time as well. So I hope this provided some information on Parihāra Ratna, on the gemstone remedies. And if you found any benefit from this video, it would make me feel so good if you press like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. And because you made it to the end of this video, I would love to give you my star message reports for free. So if you are interested in that, go to my webpage, kalashalavedicastrology.com, or go to my Buy Me a Coffee page. I post there regularly, and you can sign up. Shoot me an email and tell me that you watched my video, and I will gift it to you. And so with that, I'm wishing you the highest and most expanded expression of your human experience. Namaskaram and aloha.